For a long time, humanoid robots have felt like a someday technology. We've seen Unitree G1 doing backflips. We've watched Tesla's Optimus slowly learning to walk a factory floor. Figure 03 showed up at BMW. Most of the time, these robots exist in tiny numbers, demo units, pilot batches, hand-built one at a time. But 2026 just changed the game. In Shenzhen, China, the someday just became, right now. We're not watching tech demos anymore. We're watching a real factory, pumping out a finished humanoid robot every 15 minutes. Big news just dropped from Shenzhen, and this changes the whole T800 story. EngineAI just flipped the switch on a full 10,000-unit humanoid production line. Not a plan, not a prototype facility. A live, running factory, pumping out T800 units right now. The base sits in Shenzhen's Honghualing district. Full-stack in-house R&D, integrated manufacturing. Quality control and delivery all under one roof. EngineAI says the upgraded line boosts production efficiency by 40% over the old setup. Here's the number that actually matters. One humanoid robot completed every 15 minutes. Let that sink in. Every quarter of an hour, a fully built T800 rolls off the line. Each unit runs through 79 full-dimensional quality checks. The system simulates 46 different working conditions before the robot ever leaves the factory floor. And T800 isn't the only model being built here. EngineAI's mass production push covers 2 robots. T800 is the big one, the 5'8" industrial platform behind that viral SWAT footage. 450 Newton-meters of joint torque. Top speed over 3 meters per second. 4 to 5 hours of runtime per charge. Built for factories, service jobs, real deployment. Then there's PM1, the lighter sibling. PM1 stands about 4'7" and weighs just 92 pounds. 23 degrees of freedom. Top speed over 2 meters per second. And here's the clever part, a 10,000 milliamp-hour quick swap battery. Drop one out, slide a fresh one in, keep moving. PM1 is built for developers, universities, and research labs. T800 is built for the factory floor. 2 products, 2 markets, 1 production line, and 1 very loud signal to the rest of the industry. EngineAI isn't just chasing viral videos anymore. EngineAI is trying to scale. But to understand why this announcement hit so hard, you have to see what T800 was doing on the streets of Shenzhen just weeks ago. A video is currently blowing up across social media, and it's honestly a bit jarring to watch. In the clip, you see a group of special police officers patrolling a busy public area in Shenzhen. But right in the middle of the formation is a T800 humanoid robot. This wasn't a parade or a controlled experiment. This was the real world. Crowds, noise, and real law enforcement. What's really catching people's attention is how normal it looks. The T800 isn't clunky. It isn't vibrating or struggling to keep its balance. It moves with a practiced, intentional gait. It looks like it belongs there. The company behind it, EngineAI, clearly wants to send a message. They didn't just pick the name T800 because it sounds cool. They picked it because this robot is built for physical intervention. Now, this video didn't come out of nowhere. A few weeks before it went viral, EngineAI dropped another clip that had already set the internet on fire. In that one, the company's CEO, Zhao Tongyang, stood in front of the T800 wearing full protective gear, and the robot kicked him hard. Like full-force sidekick straight to the stomach. The CEO went down, flat on the mat. His reaction afterward, he basically said, and I'm paraphrasing here, "That was way too violent. Without this gear, someone would absolutely break a bone." He even joked that he couldn't guarantee he'd survive the next test. That's the guy who built the thing. Now, why did he do this? Because when EngineAI first released promo videos of the T800 doing spinning kicks and combat-style movements, a lot of people online said it was fake. They said the movements were too smooth, too perfect, had to be CGI. So Zhao didn't put out a press release or write a blog post. He just walked into the room and let his own robot hit him on camera. No wires, no effects, just a machine delivering real bone-level impact to a real human being. And after the kick, the robot didn't stumble, it didn't glitch out. Its balance system corrected in milliseconds, and it was right back in position, stable and ready. That's what shook people, not just the power, the control. So when the police footage dropped shortly after, people connected the dots fast. This isn't some lab experiment anymore. This machine, the one that just ragdolled its own CEO, is now walking alongside law enforcement in one of the biggest cities in the world. Hey guys, We break down real research and explain what actually matters, so you can understand the future without all the noise. Make sure to subscribe to Next Gen Humanoids. Now, if you thought street patrols were the wildest part of this story, hold on. On February 9th, EngineAI officially announced something called the world's first commercial humanoid combat league. Yes, you heard that right. Robot fighting. But not the kind you're picturing with remote-controlled boxes on wheels. This is full-sized humanoid robots, 165 pounds of aluminum and high-powered motors, going at each other inside a ring. They're calling it a free combat league. Think of it like MMA, but the fighters are machines. 16 teams are competing. University research labs, robotics startups, engineers from around the world. And here's where it gets really interesting. EngineAI is giving the T800 robots to all these teams for free. Millions of dollars in hardware, just handed over. Why would they do that? Because the real prize isn't the trophy, although the trophy is a 10-kilogram solid gold championship belt worth about $1.4 million. The real prize is data. See, if you want to build a robot that can survive a factory accident or navigate a disaster zone, you need to test it under extreme conditions. And what's more extreme than another robot trying to knock yours out? The matches follow real rules, best of 3 rounds. If a robot gets knocked down and can't get up in 10 seconds, that's a knockout. If the human operators have to step in and reset the machine twice, that's a technical knockout. The humans handle strategy. The robot's AI handles balance, striking, and survival instincts in real time. This isn't just entertainment, it's an evolution engine. Every match generates massive amounts of movement data, impact data, recovery data. EngineAI is essentially crowdsourcing combat intelligence from the smartest robotics minds on the planet, and getting them to stress test the T800 harder than any lab ever could. And that's the pattern you need to pay attention to. The street patrols show deployment, the combat league shows development. Put those together, and you start to see a company that isn't just building a product. They're building an ecosystem designed to make their robot tougher, smarter, and more capable at a speed nobody else is matching right now. The robot that walks with cops today could be the robot that responds to emergencies tomorrow, or clears buildings, or handles crowd control. The use cases multiply fast once the hardware proves it can take a hit and keep standing. While many are excited about the tech, the godfathers of AI are sounding the alarm. So what do you think? Would you feel safer with a T800 patrolling your neighborhood, or does the idea of robot kung fu algorithms in our streets keep you up at night? Drop a comment below. I really want to hear your take on this. So dozens of Unitree G1 robots just performed live in front of over 1 billion people, and not a single one fell over. That alone is worth talking about. Unitree Robotics showed up to China's 2026 Spring Festival Gala on February 16th and basically turned a national TV broadcast into a robotics showcase. And right in the middle of it, dozens of G1 humanoid robots took the stage alongside children and performed a full martial arts routine. Drunken fist, nunchucks, spinning staffs, parkour, the whole thing. What makes this hit different is the quality of the movement. These weren't robots doing stiff arm waves and calling it choreography. The drunken fist technique alone requires this wild combination of off-balance stumbling followed by explosive strikes, something that demands insane full-body coordination even from a human martial artist. The G1s nailed the timing, the weight shifts, the snap. It looked genuinely fluid. And here's the kicker. Fully autonomous. No remote control, no puppeteering from backstage. Every robot was running on onboard AI, coordinating with the rest of the swarm in real time through motion planning and balance systems. On live national television, one glitch, one stumble, and you've got a viral fail clip watched by 1 billion people. They ran the whole thing clean. At the 2025 gala, Unitree brought 16 of their larger H1 robots to do a synchronized folk dance. At the time, it was impressive, but go back and watch that footage today. The movements were stiff, robotic in the worst sense. Basic arm lifts, simple steps. Now compare that to the G1s doing fluid martial arts combos with sharp spins and coordinated kicks just 12 months later. Unitree's own words. They've evolved from robots to humans. Side by side, the difference is honestly kind of staggering. Unitree brought out their bigger bot, the H2. This is their next-gen full-sized humanoid, and they dressed it head-to-toe in Monkey King armor. The H2 walked on stage carrying a sword, riding on top of Unitree's B2W quadruped robot dog styled to look like a mythical cloud. It showed up at both the Beijing main venue and the Yiwu sub-venue, delivering traditional New Year blessings. Theatrical doesn't even begin to cover it. This looked like a scene out of a fantasy film. Unitree also dropped behind-the-scenes footage showing the G1s going through rehearsals, running through routines, adjusting timing, prepping for the live show. What looked effortless on camera was clearly the product of serious iteration and testing behind the scenes. Price-wise, the G1 base model starts around $16,000, which is wild for a humanoid robot. The ones on stage were almost certainly higher spec builds, closer to $60,000, tuned for that level of acrobatic performance. But even that range is making humanoid robots more accessible than anyone expected this soon. 2026 is shaping up to be the year humanoid robotics stops being a concept and starts being a reality. Alright, drop your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.